disturbing. Sorry. Loud. Like to listen to music to get me in the mood. So yes, this is a general reading for Virgo from the new moon to the full moon, the upcoming new moon to full moon, which is November 26th to December 11th. And yeah, I got halfway through this reading already, and my camera died. So, but I, still have the layout, and I'll just repeat what these cards mean. So, this is you in this reading for the next 2 weeks. The King of Swords, making head over heart decisions, really being in your logic and discernment. And we have the crossing energies are the Four of Wands. So bringing things to the level of establishment, whether it's a relationship or a project, it's now becoming established and stable. And yeah, if it were a relationship reading, then it would mean a stable relationship. But it can also refer to a project. And that's the energy around you right now. That's the prevailing winds. At the base of the reading is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about past life memories or connections, or someone from the past in this life, someone from childhood, or it's just something that brings back nostalgic feelings. It could be a past lover. Oftentimes people get the Six of Cups and it means reconciliation with a past lover, or that they're coming back. That energy is coming back for some reason in some way. And that's kind of what is at the base of all of this, is this nostalgic energy from the past, whether it be the past in this life or a past life, or just whatever reason it reminds you of something very sweet and beautiful that maybe you can't quite put your finger on, or maybe it reminds you of being a child, or maybe it's someone that you have pleasant memories of in the past coming back into your life in some way. Maybe they message you, or they visit you, or who knows. In the recent past, you have the Magician. And the Magician is about having everything that you need to create whatever it is you're creating, undergoing the manifestation process. You're manifesting things in your life right now, and you're using your will and your intuition and all the elements, and you're making it happen. In your crowning thoughts, you have the Moon. And the Moon is about hidden things coming to light, mysteries, maybe things you can feel in your intuition but aren't yet known. And that's what's on your minds. The unknown. And you have the Ace of Pentacles in the near future, which is about receiving an offer of financial offer of some kind, a gift. It could be a job offer, it could be a raise or a promotion, news of these things. So it could be you're getting a message regarding that. It could be news or offer of something established. New could be practical and about practical manifestation and establishments, and earth element. Yeah, it could be like a new project, or like I said, a offer of um, a job, or anything like that. And in your hopes, you have the Emperor, and the Emperor is a leader, a boss. He has power and control, and is, established social power and power of manifestation. But it's like the right brain aspect, whereas the Empress is more like the nurturing aspect. And this is like, yeah, he likes order, control. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a leader of an organization, a business, this is what you're going for right now. This is what you're hoping for to manifest this. You're manifesting this, you being in control, you, having your own company, being at the head of this project, or just being in control in your life in general. In how others see you, though, is the Two of Swords. So people see you as being a little bit blocked in this regard, being unable to make a decision about this or move forward, because you're in your head. Maybe you need to do some research regarding it, talk to some people, maybe move into your intuition a little bit more, since you're being blocked in your logic. Kind of unable to think clearly about it. And in your fears, you have the Lovers, which is interesting. Means that you're afraid of a soulmate connection, maybe distracting you from all this, or getting in the way of it in some way, or perhaps it's intimately related to all this. But if it's in your fears, then it's interfering with your desires, your hopes. Maybe you're not ready for it. But in the outcome, you have the Chariot, which is things moving forward with a high degree of energy, and swiftly, and a lot of power. And it's major arcana, so it's kind of a big deal. It's a big force. And it's related to your destiny. So yeah, that's the outcome for the next 2 weeks. Things are moving forward. You are manifesting these things. But, the Chariot does speak to maintaining balance during this process, and to staying focused, because it's a lot of power and a lot of energy, and you need to maintain focus throughout it. And balance the head and the heart, the dark and the light. Yeah, over here in the Reader's Fan, which doesn't have its own position, doesn't have a position that means anything, but it is more information about the reading, you have the Page of Cups. So receiving news or messages, or sending them of an emotional nature, about love, or something that's just important to you on an emotional level, or an apology. Justice. It's about balance, fairness, things that were unfair coming into balance. So if you have some things that feel like they've been out of balance, they should be coming back into that state. And interestingly enough, it's next to the Judgment card, which is similar, but it's kind of like karmic justice. It's like the Justice card is also that, but it's more like things being fair and balanced. It can also mean legally, but with the Judgment card, it's karmically. It's like things in the universe that were not right are being made right. It can be redemption and healing. But also, interestingly enough, it can be things from the past coming back and reconciliation. And you do have the Six of Cups here. So if this is regarding a relationship, which is your fears, you have this soul fear of your soulmate, or that connection, perhaps overpowering some of the other things you're trying to do right now. But we'll clarify it and find out why. But yeah, it could be related to these past energies or things coming back to life, being resurrected, things that were out of balance being put back into order. And the Devil card, which is a lot of passion, a lot of intensity, aspects of your lower nature that can sometimes turn back in on themselves and become addictive or codependent or toxic in some way. It doesn't have to be, it can just be like a really passionate. But again, with the Devil card, it definitely speaks to it being like having the potential to turn toxic, and to create addiction, to create codependence. So one must watch out for that. Let's clarify. Let me just start with the Chariot, clarifying Chariot as the outcome for Virgo in the next 2 weeks, new moon to full moon. It's a lot of cards. I don't think I'm going to take these. Flip it over. Yeah, so you have the Five of Wands, clarifying the Chariot. And the Five of Wands is kind of about contention. It's about the relationships being in a state of tension to each other, and perhaps competition, maybe even some fighting, but it's definitely an energy of contention. And then you also have I think the Star, I'm sorry, it's the Kiln deck, and I love it, but I'm still learning it, because the pictures are very abstract. They don't look anything like, the Star. So the Star means hope. It's like you're being led by something divine, this connection to your destiny somehow. And Judgment, again, in your outcome here, and also in the reader's fan. So things coming back to life, healing, things that were out of balance in the past, perhaps like karma that with someone or with a situation that wasn't really fair to you, like on a real level, like regardless of what was the outcome on a cultural level or whatever's been going on a real level. Things are shifting toward you in that those energies are coming into balance in the universe with you and your life, and that brings healing, that brings redemption, it brings, you know, old things back to life. Yeah. So again, with that, so there's some healing here for past issues, whatever these past things are coming back. And there's a lot of power and intensity moving forward regarding this. Issues of contention and destiny. And I think with this, like, this chariot being clarified by the Five of Wands, it's like the same message of the chariot of staying focused, of staying balanced and balancing the energies. When you have these like moments, these energies of contention, it's very important to find positive ways of moving through them. And I think that's what the star is about. It's like, well, this is all about like receiving that inspiration from the universe, guidance and direction and hope. And then the redemption, you know, the judgment. The outstanding karma coming into balance. Okay, cool. Alright, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles in the near future. Actually, let's clarify the Lovers and your fears. This is an interesting fear to have. Let's clarify that a little bit. I don't know, I'm curious. It's interesting. Okay. Sorry, it's like too many cards flipped over. Too many. But we do have the Page of Swords clarifying the Lovers. And that's communications, but it can be like petty communication, but a lot of communication, you know, over text or internet or something like that in particular. A lot of messages back and forth of an intellectual nature, kind of fact-finding, research, spying. So you could be stalking someone on the internet or doing research regarding this. Maybe like, you know, researching doing relationship programs, you know. Who knows? Let's clarify a little more. The Four of Swords. Hmm. So fears about a soulmate connection regarding communication and potentially like taking a time out to regroup, to recharge, to reset. There's a lot of reason there. Maybe you're afraid when you have these kind of bad communications that the only solution is to take a time out. Not that they're bad communications, but just that they can be childish a little bit. Alright, let's move on to the near future, the Ace of Pentacles in the near future. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles for Virgo in the near future. Interesting. The Magician in the near future, which was also in the past. You're manifesting this pentacle. But also you have the Five of Cups, which can be regrets. And you kind of being in that emotional state of feeling that regret, as opposed to like focusing on the two cups that you still have, kind of being in a state of focusing on the three that were spilt. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles in the future is regarding the manifestation, something you're definitely trying to manifest, make happen, that you have regrets over. Okay. Well, well, it's a very powerful time for you right now, Virgo. This Four of Wands energy kind of permeating, establishing stability in your life, creating stability like that. All this power and fast-moving energy for you to go in some direction. Wherever your destiny leads. Judgment, redemption, coming back to life, healing. There's a lot of this offer in the future that you manifested. This new beginning, this new job or business venture or relationship. Let's get some advice from the universe. A lot of unknowns for you, though. Mystery. You don't necessarily know where you're going, but you do know that you want to be the boss. You want to be in control. And you're afraid that this soulmate connection that you might have to take a break. Sorry, I'm not. Queen of Wands just fell out, but I don't even know if I was paying attention. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. Advice for Virgo the next 2 weeks, November to December, new moon to full moon. Advice from the universe, from your highest, bring about your highest good. I'm going to take it because I felt drawn to take it. Usually I only take 3 cards, but since that one fell out and I wasn't sure about it, because I was still focusing on other cards when it happened, we're going to take 4. And I kind of had the feeling that's what we were going to do when I started shuffling those. And so I'm going to do it because it can't be a coincidence that you have the Chariot, which is in your outcome, and also your advice. You also have the Queen of Wands, that's what fell out. The Queen of Wands is a very charismatic queen. She's very attractive, full of energy and creative passion, and she does a lot of projects. She's a total boss babe. And that could be either an energy for you to embody or, you know, someone significant around you. And the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is reconciliation. Coming together with friends to celebrate. You know, it's 2 energies coming together to make a third. Unique energy. And sometimes it can mean third-party situation in a relationship reading, but that doesn't seem appropriate here. Or as advice anyways. It just means to come together to seek this emotional fulfillment. Coming together with friends, or reconciling with this past energy, whatever that is. And the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, it's about the completion of a project or a time in your life, or just something that you've been doing for a while that's been very burdensome, you know, and you want to put the burdens down now. You're ready. And the universe is saying, put down the burdens, the past burdens. You've completed that task. Now you're ready to move on. And the Chariot. So again, you're ready to move on into the next phase. You know, and there's a lot of power in that, and it's going to move quickly and take you to these places that you're trying to manifest. Your destiny. You as the Emperor, this Queen, if that's what it's about. So, yeah. Letting go of the past, allowing it to come to completion, whatever this was. If I were to read this almost linearly, you have this Queen of Wands, reconciliation, the Ten of Wands, putting down the burdens, completing the past burdens, releasing it, and the Chariot, moving forward with all this power. Kind of makes sense to look at it that way. If it were a relationship reading, I would say this past person is Queen of Wands. You want to come together with the reconciliation energy and be in that emotional fulfillment. Release the burdens from the past and move forward with the Chariot. Yeah, and your Chariot is here in the outcome for the next 2 weeks. With this Five of Wands, this concern about this contention, I see it here with this Ten of Wands, with these burdens. You know, whatever these interactions are, it's time to put that down, to move forward without it. There's a lot you can do once you do that. The Star, your destiny, redemption. Yeah, all that seems to be waiting on the other side of releasing that need to control, to be right. Whatever these burdens were. The fear that you might have to take a break, that it might be toxic. Yeah, the unknown, those unknowns that are on your mind. You're going to be receiving healing from that and moving on. So yeah, let the past go, let the fears go, and there's going to be a lot of power and energy released with which to move forward and manifest. All this manifesting you're doing here in the past and in the future, again, this pentacle you're manifesting, this new beginning, establishing yourself, establishing your relationship, establishing your project, bringing it to a point of stability. Well, that's all the messages I have for you, Virgo. Thank you for joining me. If you found them helpful, please like and subscribe, and see you again soon.